Hello everyone, welcome to my show. I'm the Empath, and today we have some vlog talk. So yeah, the time where I talk about all the crazy things that have been happening to me. So there have been a lot of snow days lately because, a few inches of snow and all of Virginia just shuts down. But I don't mind that, because that means no school. And I don't mind so much the school as much as homework. No school, no homework means awesome. It means I have plenty of time to mess around and do recordings, which I think I would have been better about posting about that. But that's why I've been doing a bunch of recording. So I'm going to, at nights, I'm going to just have the videos worked out. I've almost got like 2 to 3 weeks worth of videos just ready to go. So I'll get 1 week all hashed out of their videos, and then I'm going to upload them all on Sunday, a whole week's worth of videos, and then I'll try to work and make sure I've got another week, try to get that all rendered out, and then get that uploaded no later than the next Sunday. If I do upload later than that, I'm sorry. If I don't start uploading by the end of the day, Sunday, in any of these instances, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm certain something came up. Hopefully, it's not just as simple as I've got caught up playing Terraria or something like that. Anyway, great thing about snow days is you can do things like build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Anyway, love that musical. If you haven't, well, it is a musical. Anyway, I love Frozen. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's fantastic. I get chills every time I watch or listen to it. Yeah, that. Anyway, so the snow that we've been getting is quite powdery. It's very hard to pack the snow unless you put in a lot of pressure, but even then it can easily fall apart. So you should all really appreciate that. That took quite a bit of effort. Not a whole lot of time per se, but then again, time flies when you're having fun. But it took quite a bit of effort. This is Bobby, Bobby the Snowman, and yeah. Instead of going with the traditional, stick arms, I went with the sort of snow arm feature to it, because when I built the snowman up at Shenandoah during the Thespian conference, I was one of the people who was helping me with the first snowman I built. Um, he had the idea to do snow arms, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I'll do that. So then, yeah, I had eyes, little nose jutting out, mouth, and I tried to add hair. I can't, I understand that it's a little hard to see because snow stuff, which is why I added some slight outlining to that to make things a little easier to see. Um, but the outlining stuff is just stuff that I'd already done in there, just make it easier to see because it's hard to do stuff with that. Anyway, him out of the way. Um, so lately, since about halfway through the month, I have been trying to do something with how I use the money that I get from chores. And I'm trying to do it so that I get at least $3 a day. And the way it would work would be the first dollar from each day saves up, and on the 30th, I donate it to some form of charity. I haven't decided which form of charity that I'll give it to, but um, basically that's $30 that I will give, that I'll put aside towards some sort of charity. And anything that I don't use for that designated time period can just be saved up to give to the next person. That's not money that I touch in any way. The second dollar a day, so the second $30 in the given month, would go to investing. So I would put that into a savings account, and then I would save money. And then that third dollar and any money I make after that is mine to spend, however I choose. I could choose to give it, I could choose to invest it, or I could choose to just have it as some walk around money. And I'd advise this kind of budgeting for anyone who, they just kind of use their money for whatever. I would advise this kind of budgeting, where you take a set amount of money that you are going to give, a set amount of money that you're going to invest, and then anything after that point is for you to use towards whatever, even if you want to just put it towards the other two. Um, and I could advise divvying it out into even thirds, or if you wanted, you could just go with a dollar a day for each thing, so $30 for each thing, as I have mentioned that I'm doing. But I would advise it. It's a good way to budget your money, then, and make sure that you're giving to people, so they've got someone taking care of them. Be a blessing onto people, because when you're a blessing onto others, blessings fall down on you. They're just like, so many blessings, can't handle too much blessing, so blessed. That's kind of how blessings tend to work. And if it hasn't worked like that for you, then just wait, because then eventually your time's gonna come. And then if you also have that steady amount that's being invested, and then later on down the road you'll just be like, whoa, I have all this money left over. Where'd it come from? It came from all those small increments, or large-ish increments, however you decide to do it. And then of course you have all that walk-around money that you can do whatever with, and that's always nice to have. Speaking of walking and blah, currently I'm staying over at my grandparents' house because we're doing renovations over at my house, and the renovations are coming along fantastically. We have a little bit more open concept in some areas, and I love it. It's really fascinating when you have things closed off and then you see things with more of the open concept view. It's really amazing. When everything is finished being renoed and when everything's all in place and such, I'll do a walkthrough of my house, mindful to make sure that no sort of windows or anything like that are able to be seen through, because I don't want to have to end up dealing with that issue whether sooner or later. But yeah, I'll do a walkthrough of the house after the reno's done, which won't mean a terrible amount to. I mean, you'll have seen some of what was there, but you just get to see kind of what living arrangements I got. See how I do it. Anyway, it's really fascinating just seeing all that stuff, and some things will be moved around in my room that'll make it a bit more functional. Other news, there's I finally started doing work on creating stuff for the outro. I haven't done anything with the music, but I've created an image that will go up for it. I'm not going to show it yet. I made a final product of the image as far as I could really take it realistically, and then I sent that over to Min, LT Sin. Check him out, he's in the description below. And he's going to try to work it and finagle it and touch up on it to make it look really nice. And hopefully once that's all put into place, I'll have a nice looking outro. And then all that will be left to do really for this stuff will be getting the music for the outros taken care of and getting the thumbnails addressed. I haven't put a whole lot of work into either of those two, so I'll need to try to find time to put into those. The last thing that I'm going to leave you with, my cousins came over a while ago, and we all started playing with Legos, or at least my mom, my cousins, and we just started playing with Legos. And my mom's like, hey, we should try to build this castle thing here so we can have something to play with the Legos in. I spent about a week working on it, and the thing that took me the longest was not putting it together. It was finding all the individual tiny little pieces that have to go into it in order to make this big castle. Lots of tiny pieces. Hard to find with all of the Legos that we have. I mean, it's a good problem to have, that many Legos. But still, trying to find this one piece, this one specific piece, in all the Legos, needle in a haystack. That's seriously what it was. So, I figured I should show you what I have done. Here, I'm going to try to back up a bit. Yeah. Alright. So let me show you some of the features. We have this little drawbridge here, which can just, it can fold up like that, or it can be down, and you have your little ramp. We've got, we got my screen going off me. And a treasure chest, stuff like that in there. We have, checked out this. There is a trapdoor. There we go. Angling is weird. Yeah, check it. Trapdoor. It's got this little tiny lever piece right there. That's, and of course there's the battlements and all the flags. This drawbridge here is supposed to have string that goes through a little piece here, a little piece here. It's supposed to come up and through this side here to be held in place, and then it's supposed to come up through here into towards this little crank that you probably can't see all that well, and then you can just twirl the crank and it would lift up or lower the drawbridge. I just dropped a piece. I'll get it in a moment. But the one functional thing that isn't here that's really awesome. How cool is that? I mean, I feel like such a little kid. It's so small, so teeny, so insignificant, but they're Legos, and it can do this. You can raise and lower the gate. You could even probably do something like guillotine. Yeah, this has been my little pet project for a while. I'm very proud of it. It's a small, dinky little thing, but I mean, come on, it's Legos. Maybe at some point later on in my life, I will have to get a Lego R2-D2 or a Lego Death Star or something more to do with Legos. I'm sorry that I'm off screen. I'm trying to fix my castle. It's falling apart. All right. But that was everything that I really had to talk about. Is family home? Family is not home. Oh, other cool thing. Exam stuff has been, for my area at least, basically, the exams only count if they help your grade. Otherwise, they don't count. Which means that if I do poorly, doesn't matter. If I do well, yay! So, I think this whole snow day thing has just kind of been God saying, alright, at least in my life, Sean, you're very stressed. You're really stressed. So, how about a couple weeks off? Day or two here or there. You'll take this first Tuesday for an exam, this next Tuesday for an exam, and then, yeah. So just take some time off. Relax. Calm down. Get some sleep. Play some games. Do some recording. Provide stuff for your subscribers. Okay, Sean? Okay, God. Thank you. I love you. So, yeah, I've really appreciated this. It's really been such a blessing having all this headache just taken off. And that's everything that I had to talk about for now. So, with that said, like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe to become a VIP today. And I will see you all next time. Have a great day.